Hey there everybody, Mr. Kowalczyk's back with a video for Business Math, and today we're talking about leasing a car. Leasing a car is similar to owning a car, but it's also similar to renting a car. But it's not necessarily the same as either of those. You see, there are some people out there that just want to own their own car. So they go and buy it, it's their car, hopefully they pay it off. Even if there's a loan, it might take a little bit of time for them to pay it off, but it's their car. Leasing a car is when you go to a dealership and you borrow it for a certain amount of time. And when we're talking about a certain amount of time, we're talking about years, not just a week or for the weekend. We're talking about years. And in leasing a car, you do have the option, most of the time you have this option, to at the end of the lease, at the end of 5 years, either give the car back or buy it from the dealer. Now, whenever you do lease a car, there are some things that you have to pay for. The first thing that you have to put down is something known as a deposit. This is money up front. It's a deposit to ensure that you're going to take care of the car. This deposit is not something that's small. It's usually a pretty good chunk of change. And if you bring the car back and it's damaged, you lose that money. You also have to pay for the title fee and the license fee. Just different things that you need to make sure that the car is registered to you. The other thing, of course, that you're going to have to pay are payments. That's right, payments. And usually these payments are made each and every month for a total of 4 years or 5 years or even 6 years. And so what you have to know is, first off, how much is the payment itself? How much is that payment? And then, of course, what is the number of payments that you're planning on making? If you're going to have the car for 5 years, you're going to be making 60 payments. That's right, 60 payments. That's one a month. So if you know all of this info and you plug it into the formula that I've given you here, you will be able to find the total cost of that lease. So what I have below is an example with a guy named Will. It just so happens that this example is also problem number one from your worksheet. Well, Will leased a car for personal use. He pays $450 a month for 60 months. He also paid a deposit of $2,500, a title fee of $100, and a license fee of $100. What is the total cost of this lease? Well, what we've got to do is first set up our parentheses. First off, how many payments are we making? Just in case anybody didn't understand, payments for this problem is the same thing as months, because you're going to make a payment every single month. So that's 60 payments. All right, 60 payments. So 60 of those, and we're going to multiply it times the cost or the amount that you're going to pay each month. And each month, Will is going to pay $450. What we're going to do next is add in the deposit, which was $2,500. We'll add in the title fee, which was $100. And then we will add in the last $100 for the license fee. So we've got to do some math. And as a reminder, what I always tell people to do, and this is something that people have learned in all types of math classes, I always suggest figuring out what's inside the parentheses first. There you go. All right. So I'll take that $27,000, add it to the $2,500, and add it to the last set of hundreds that we have, the two different hundreds that we have. And what we get at the end, it's a pretty nice number. It's pretty expensive. $29,700. Now, I'll be honest, that's a lot of money to pay for a car. You could probably go out and buy your own car for that amount of money. But there are some perks to leasing a car. If you find that you really don't like the car, then you can always, after a few years, take it back and lease a new car. There are some people that just like leasing cars because that means they're able to get a new car every couple of years, and that's just a way of life for them. I don't think that that'd be a way of life for me, but who knows? It might be a way of life for you. So always do your research before you go into any sort of contract, especially with something like a lease. That way you know exactly how much you're paying. Thanks so much, and have yourself a great day.